All right. Hello, hello. This is Medium Sheilah. Welcome to my channel. If you have never been here before, please like and subscribe. This is Resistance Tarot. I'm calling it kind of my show. I almost changed the channel to that, but I'm not going to. All right. So anyway, I'm here. I'm doing some recorded readings right now. I do have a live show for Wednesday night, October 1st, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you'd like to join, please subscribe so that you can chat and join along. All right, I will be taking your questions on Wednesday, so feel free to uh, put your questions in. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a I'm going to post because I've already had the video sitting out there, so I'll make a post. If you have questions, also you would like to ask, I'll have that there, and you can ask those below as well. So, all right, I do take them in chat, so I'm such a small channel right now. I've got to rebuild. I wasn't that big to begin with on my last channel, Inquisitive Tarot, either. So we're starting over here. Okay. Okay, let's get into this. So what am I going to read on this video? All right. So there's a couple things. So Clarence Thomas, the very conflicted Supreme Court justice, is claiming the precedent is not as important anymore and that we really can't count on it, which we could see because they've been pretty much overruling themselves. So, if anything, all this says to me is the Supreme Court means nothing because they completely overrule themselves all the time. So it's just kind of like he's like, oh well, if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense to who? You know, they're affecting our lives. So I don't know. I want to look at him and the Supreme Court because it is disturbing what they're doing right now all around. They're giving what's his face immunity that he does not deserve. He's destroying the country. I mean, for the most part, it looks like Supreme Court's on board with destroying the country. But I also want to say that the Supreme Court doesn't get to rewrite the Constitution either. So they're kind of like, they're rogue right now. And they're a rogue Supreme Court. And they're out of control. And I don't know what we're going to do. But hopefully, if we can get the House back, even if we got the Senate, it would be really nice if we could impeach some of these people for their own abuse of power. And they are lording over us. They're like acting like they're the ones. They're just going to just take away our rights. So something's very wrong here. And they're letting Taco do things he should not be able to do. We have seen them authorize racial profiling, which is not okay. Never has been, never should be. Everything that's going on with ICE right now is terrible. I didn't run into any ICE down in DC, although I have seen on my ways around the area, I've seen icy roads in the middle of the summer. I was like, there's no icy roads. It didn't click that what that meant, but I now know. So, I mean, they're around and things that are happening. And I want to say something as a former Fed. I absolutely object to ICE wearing a mask. Unless we're in a pandemic, and do you need a mask? Or you're in a safety situation where you're trying to protect your lungs, you do not wear a mask. You are accountable to the American people. They have a right to know who you are. And I object to these people because there have been reports of people dressing up like ICE and wearing masks and kidnapping women and doing very illegal, awful, horrific things to them. So we have a law. It's a law enforcement problem too. And you don't know who they are and are they impersonating or what's going on. Just know people need to wear IDs. I don't know. This just is wrong to me. I always had to be accountable from like clerk typist up to like IT specialist, all my jobs in between. I was accountable for everything I did. So I Not happy with that. And it's not okay. And thank you, sandwich guy, um, in DC. But you probably shouldn't have thrown a sandwich, but I definitely appreciate you. I support you. So you were DOJ, and it was a protest. So I hope you'll be all right. I know he's never going to see this, but I definitely support you. Okay. All right. Anyway, enough of my rant, because yes, they are, as it says below, readings can be salty and spicy, and they will. And now that I am able to say that I'm a retired Fed, I'm saying what I could never say. So you're going to see a lot of that on my readings, and I can't help it. So this is also a safe place for federal employees and veterans. If you support your oath to the Constitution, please come here. You are welcome to join me. And I also am interested in your what's happening. You may also email me if you would like to say something to me that you don't want to say in comments or anywhere else. I will keep you private, especially if you're still employed. I won't be. Well, anyway, if anyone sends anything to me, email. I'm not going to share it with them. I don't do that. All right. All right, let's get into it. Oh boy. We're going to start with Clarence Thomas. I do want to look at Kegseth and this disaster that he's pulling the generals, and the last one, Adams is dropping out of the New York City race. Okay, let's go. All right. Okay. Looking at the Supreme Court and all their craziness. All right, for them, I'm not going to use the Owl Tarot on that. We're going to go with the Edgar Allan Poe because it's dark stuff going on. All right, I want to find out. Oh, I guess I'm looking at Thomas More. That's who I've got in my title over here. Let's see what his deal is. Like, what's really going on underneath in his crazy head? I think the Supreme Court, that needs to be its own reading show, because that's a deep dive into messiness. It's a mess. It is a mess. And don't forget, oh, no, I can't pull it. For entertainment purposes only. Okay. All right, let's go. I appreciate everybody who has stuck with me. Some folks don't know where I am now because I changed my channel title. But anyway, I'm still around. I'm not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. 9 of Pentacles. I'm looking at Clarence Thomas. Knight of Wands. Page of Wands. 2 of Wands. And the Tower. Okay. Yeah, this one of the... I'm sorry, my hair is tickling my chin. I keep doing that. Okay. All right. This just is making me feel like if he doesn't get... It just feels... He's feeling all-powerful. He's just feeling all-powerful. 9 of Pentacles over here. So this is kind of that... Yeah, he's like, well, he's busy enjoying his freedom and his ability to do whatever he wants at the Supreme Court. And with the Knight of Wands, it's just, yeah, I mean, he's just tearing up the tundra over here. He's just like, there's ripping up everything, just throwing everything to the wind, just attack. There's chairs over here. There's there's a person lying down here on the ground, broken everything. Like, he's just breaking. And he was talking about the precedents. He's just breaking everything. It's like whatever the Supreme Court did in the past, they're just going to destroy. And Page of Wands. See, normally this is sort of something that's helpful. In here, we see the devil chasing this guy. So it kind of feels also, I mean, we have that kind of energy, especially with the GOP side of the Supreme Court. They're just kind of like, they just don't care. They're just going to do whatever. And they're chasing. I mean, doesn't it kind of feel to you? It's like all of us are living the consequences of whatever it is they are tearing down. So it does feel like we're being chased by the devil almost. This is a different card to me for the Page of Wands. And we have the Two of Wands over here, which is that kind of like they're the masters of their universe kind of thing. The Two of Wands is like a dominion card, like it's, overseeing their, because when they have that card normally, yeah, it's like over holding onto the whole of the earth in their hands kind of thing. And so it's here he is holding court, kind of like he literally, okay, holding court like this, like they're act like they're kings too. Like law and order almost doesn't matter to them. And I hate to say this, but this kind of what my cards are giving me. I have the Tower. So again, it is about power. I know that the Tower, it's falling in ruin. But again, over here, and the tearing down and this kind of thing, and we're being chased by the whatever, what are they going to do next kind of thing, and they're just in charge and they don't care, and they're just like, okay, I'm here and you can't touch me. So what's in his head? Like, what do we have coming, or where is he? Are they, it's like I wish they could see the light of what they're doing, but they're taking money and they're doing stuff. I mean, it's really not good. They're not on the right side of things, and it's very much a rogue Supreme Court. And they're going to ignore precedents. So, I mean, does that mean that the Supreme Court's useless now because they don't even stand on any kind of principle anymore? I have a lot of pentacles here. It's hair. It's tickling my chin. I gotta pull my hair back. It's driving me crazy. Okay. We have the seven of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and 2 of Pentacles. Okay, this feels there. I mean, Pentacles, it is definitely saying we've got money in the situation. We have 1 Pentacle, 2, 3, 4. 4 Pentacles cards. We have 3 Wands, the action kind of stuff. And so with the 7 of Pentacles, 7 and 9 to me feel very similar in that it's watching what our garden grow and everything. They've amassed a lot of power. They've been amassing power. And yeah, the direction that they're going in, and it benefits them. And I guess with the 2 of Pentacles, it just feels like they're trying to keep us off balance, but they're trying to balance to get ahead their agenda. Oh, this is not a good reading. I'm sorry, folks. See, as I said, I don't get what I'd like to have happen in the cards doesn't happen. So I'm reading my cards and it is not giving me anything that I would like it to do. So I would like to get better news. We have the Moon. So it's still a mystery as to what's going to happen with the Supreme Court. I don't feel like it's a mystery of what Thomas is going to do, though. I feel like this pretty much speaks to who he is and what he's doing. It's not the most positive reading, but that's what I'd love to see it change. I would love to see them like stop doing this kind of stuff and help us, help the country, help people go forward and have more rights. But I don't see it. I'm sorry. I would like it to be otherwise. So sometimes it's depressing to read the cards because they don't come out. I want positive. Doesn't know how to do it. So, yeah, it just isn't. Anyway, all right. Let's move on to Kegseth. And yeah, I'm using the nicknames. I'm trying not to say their names anyway because it's just like I don't know anymore. They're litigious and nuts anymore. So whatever. Okay. All right. So let's look at Kegseth. He's calling all the generals to Quantico. I think it's to 4-star and up, or 4-star and everyone from. So he's doing that. And it turns out Taco's going to join him at Quantico. And of course, that's off 95 down in Virginia, Northern Virginia. So they have to get up there, and boy, that's not fun. And I also want to say that costs a lot of money. Waste, fraud, and abuse. So we're trying to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. You don't bring in the generals from all over the country and all over the world, which they're doing. That is going to cost. So I'm not sure how the military does it. I know civilian agencies, you have to, the government pays for the travel to get you to a government meeting or something. So there's money, there's per diem, there's plane trips, vehicles in some cases. I don't know if they're allowed to charge mileage or what happens. Or if they're taking military, I don't know. But whatever it is going to cost either the generals personally or it's going to cost the government. And it's also going to cost us. I'm understanding that to pull them away from where they are and make them come in person to some stupid pep rally is not an efficient use of the government. And some of this stuff could be done virtually. They could be using, what were we using? Microsoft Teams was being used in the government. There are other Zoom, maybe. There's like different programs that could be used, and they could be present without having to pay for travel and to leave their posts. It's another moment. All right. So, again, resist. Stay strong. This is Resistance Tarot, and we're doing it. All right. Yeah, so if anyone wants to know what side I'm on, it's very obvious. So I'm on America's side. That's what side I'm on. Oath to the Constitution. And if you don't like it, don't watch me. All right. Here we go. What's Kegseth doing? All right, we're going to go over here with him. I'm going to use the deviant moon borderless. All right, let's go. Excuse me. All right, all this talking. All right, I'm not used to talking anymore. All right, well, that's gonna change because we're doing YouTube. Okay, let's get down with this. So what is going to be the outcome of this stupid thing? And of course, 47, who can't miss any kind of possibility where he thinks he's going to get cheered. I mean, they're kind of worrying. They're like, I mean, is it more people getting cut, or what are they going to do? You know, and no one knows what the meeting's about, which is strange. I mean, are we getting into World War III? Are they going to be attacking Venezuela? I mean, that's another thing. We look like we're going to war with Venezuela. Stephen Miller is apparently taking the lead. All right, I'm probably going to add that in here. Well, no, that's a different video. Never mind. I'm going to come back to that. I'll come back to that. But those are just some of the things that are going on. And we have what's happening in Europe. And I mean, they're busy doing things. And here we have this person, this TV talk show host that's running I'm going to call it DOD. I don't care. Department of War bullshit. Department of Defense. I'm calling it defense. Just like Gulf of Mexico. I'm not changing it just because, I don't follow dictators for entertainment purposes only. I don't. And I have freedom of speech and I'm using it. All right, what do we got? We have 4 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, Temperance. Temperance is not my favorite card. All right, we have the 10 of Swords and we have the 9 of Cups, insolence card. It really does feel like there's some insolence in this. I think to Kegseth, this feels like a celebration because he's pulling everyone together. He's the most important person at Department of Defense. I'm not calling it the other one. Sorry. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like he feels kind of left out in things. He's, as they've said, he's I forget who said it, but it was reported that they're saying that Kegseth is out of his depth. He's very much out of his depth, and he's walking that fine line here. But of course, he's going to bring Taco in so they can um, do whatever stupid thing they're going to do, and it's going to be stupid. We're going to hear. It's going to get leaked. They're going to tell us how stupid this was. So this could ruin him. This might actually ruin him with the Ten of Swords. It could do more damage because, the brass, they know what they're doing, in our military, and they are dealing with some heavy stuff. And what do we have? He wants a happy family situation. He just wants to pull everybody together and be like, I'm the Secretary of War. Stupid. Sorry, I don't have any patience. So if you want a different kind of a reading, you need to go to a different channel. So I'm not doing it that way. All bets are off. All right. 8 of Swords. He may not be there long. High Priestess and 4 of Pentacles. All right, that's interesting. He's trying to hold on to power too. He and Taco. All right, but the generals know what the score is. They know very well what the hell's going on, and it feels like he's a short timer with the 8 of Swords. It's temporary situation, temporary crisis with him. It's like it's not going to be going on forever. He may be on the chopping block. But Taco is trying to hold on to this power. I don't know. He's probably going to go there tomorrow and be all like, well, I'm the commander in chief and you got to. I mean, the two of them are going to make fools out of themselves in front of the military. I feel like they're going to do some really stupid stuff and the pressure is going to come on. I mean, I don't know. I doubt that the generals are going to sit there and be like, yay, cheering them on. It just doesn't feel like that's the kind of thing that's going to happen there. And I really think it's going to fall flat somehow. I think it's going to be a crash and burn moment. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to talk about. I can't get that from the cards, obviously, but it does, as far as he's concerned, which is what came out in the cards. I feel like he's going to be going. Let me just pull one more. So let me just switch this. One more. All right, let's just look and get. Yeah. Defeat. That's the defeat. 5 of Swords. That is a defeat. So I don't know. I think that it's not going to go the way that they want it to go. So I don't know. All right, let's look at Eric Adams. I don't necessarily want to really look at him. I think what I want to do is look at what it means for the mayoral race. So we have Mamdani, and we have got, I don't know who the Republican person is. I honestly don't. So if you know that after this video is uploaded and you would like to provide me the answer, because there's a lot of, I'm missing a lot of stuff in the story. So I'm not completely reading all of this stuff with all of the information, which I think kind of makes it good, because then I'm just I'm reading it, and then I can look later on and see, well, what's really happening with this. And maybe my reading might be on or might be off, but it's on the energy right now. Though it does help for me to know something about it. All right, let's look at the New York City mayoral race. Okay. Mom Donnie, and I don't know a lot about him, but he seems to be picking up a lot more steam, and they are trying to vilify him by calling him a socialist. Except that I think Taco is being more of a socialist than anybody. But what are you gonna do? All right, all the isms and ists and things that he's doing. That's Taco. All right. Let me see. I think I'm going to grab the Owl Tarot. I decided to keep this one because it is kind of fall themed. We've got the owls, Tarot of the Owls. All right, let's use it. Just using different things here. All right, let's look at the New York City and what kind of like, is it going to help that Adams dropped out, which he should, even though he's done a lot of damage, what he's gotten away with, they were saying. So he's done some bad stuff. He's not a good egg. And I don't know. I'm not as big a fan of the Cuomos anymore either these days. They seem to have gone off the rails. I don't know. Or at least Chris. I don't know what's happened to him. All right. Oh, this. Turn it around. It bothers me when, forget it. There's too many of them doing that. All right. Well, now that I did that, I'm going to do it one more time. Yeah, some of these are upside down. They don't really, in the backs, they don't really come out. So you can kind of tell there's reversals in there, which I hate, but it's hard to keep everything right side up. All right, I'm going to do them right side up. All right, let's see about the New York City mayoral race. I probably should, I'll change the title. But I do feel like Mamdani's just being vilified, and they're just using those words. So don't take it seriously. Too many cards. Put one back. Okay. So we have the Knight of Wands. We have Two of Wands. A lot of Wands. Knight, 2, Page, 8 of Pentacles, and Death. It might be a good thing that he's out. So we have the action, the adventure. So it's going to make it more interesting. I think people with Adams in it, I think people were kind of like, don't want to relitigate this with this guy in here and all those crimes and all this stuff. It's like, people don't want to deal with that. They want to have a clean voting block, I think, for the most part. So with the Two of Wands, now it's like, okay, so here the situation has changed. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. But anyway, I want to get into that situation where I sit there, I'm trying to think of the word. It's like right there and I can't get it. Or anyway, but yeah, the dominion. So the range or like who's involved in it now, it's changed. Okay. The geography, because I can't think of the word. Anyway, but it's changed. So it's going to make it more interesting. And then it's helpful. It's better. I'm seeing like this is going to make it better for people. And the purpose, people can focus now on this election, and the people in the race can focus more on the election and not have to, because to have someone in there who's got all these crimes and, oh gosh, you got to keep bringing that up and you got to keep hammering on that when you want to talk about probably the issues and everything else. So this is going to make it better. And yeah, the drama is over. Like it's a new beginning for them. And New York City is important, and we need to have a good situation up there. We need to have them, that city, in good hands. All right, let's go with Three of Wands. That's obstacles. There were obstacles, the Hermit and the High Priestess. So yeah, I do feel like it's just going to make it so much easier to achieve. Now, his dropping out. Yeah, I think it was an obstacle with him being in it. I just do. I feel like it was. And now it's kind of, yeah, it's more of a, I know this seems like a cheesy reading, and maybe it is. And I don't live in New York. I don't really know what's going on. I'm not sure why I'm reading on this. It's something I feel like I need to do. And with the High Priestess. All right, let's see. So sometimes these readings work and sometimes they don't. A lot of information will be coming in with the Eight of Wands. It's the activation card with the wands. It's very action-oriented energy. So things are going to be changing quickly with this election, and it's going to get hot. It's going to get hotter, and not harder, hotter. So I don't know. I hope everything works out for New York City, but I think it will. So hang in there, everybody up there. So once again, I'm Medium Sheilah, and yes, I've been doing mostly political readings. I haven't been doing the spiritual stuff as much. I need to be. So probably get those started. I just need to I'm getting my chops back in here. We're going to get going. I'll get back into everything. That's what I should be doing. So anyway, please like and subscribe if you like this content and you'd like to see more content. I am going live Wednesday, October 1st at 6 p.m. Eastern. So please make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell, and I will see you soon. And I have some more of these videos to do, so they'll be coming out once I'm done recording them. I'll be knocking them out. So it will feel like there's a blitz. Don't get annoyed. I haven't been putting a lot of stuff out there, so I'm going to try and schedule things and every day. And it does help that StreamYard has finally added a notes option, so I don't have to keep printing my notes out and I can put them in here, and we can just do it. So it helps. So all right, I will see you for the next one. Please hit that thumbs up and like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next.